the days of the first CL65, the C215 model, it was a sign that Mercedes had basically gone mad. Having jilted the 5.8 litre M137 naturally aspirated V12 that was found in the CL600 at the altar, it would be replaced by a 5.5 litre twin turbocharged M275 V12 that increased the power output from 361 to a colossal 500 brake horsepower, and from 391 pounds-foot of torque to 590. Adding to the fact that it was the only in the CL600 and thus not even in the AMG version, it left cynics thinking that it couldn't possibly get more mad. Well, they thought wrong, so very wrong, because it did. The CL65 would feature a 6 litre twin-turbo AMG V12 with savage results. When the CL65 crushed the Bentley Continental GT and the Aston Martin DB9 in a half-mile drag race in 2004 on Top Gear, it was basically a mismatch. With 604 brake horsepower and 737 pounds-feet of torque, the car was brutally powerful, but its failure to successfully put the power down was such that the DB9 actually beat the CL by 1.9 of a second round the Top Gear test track. 1 minute 27.1 in the DB9 to the CL's 1 minute 29. Mercedes also couldn't make the V12 to their state-of-the-art at the time 7-speed automatic that was redesigned in 2003 because the sheer torque was too much for the newer transmission to handle. Thus it had to settle for the older 5-speed automatic. That didn't stop Brabus, a tuning company for Mercedes, from setting up a bi-turbo Roadster S, which was effectively a modified SL600 by converting the power to 730 brake horsepower, and while the engine was capable of 973 pounds-foot of torque, it had to be restricted to 811 to put that torque on the road, and even that was a difficult task in its own. Thus, any Mercedes that carries the notorious M275 V12 clearly isn't a capable sports car. It never was, and it never will be. Pity. Now we have to hand it over to our feral racing driver. Right, 737 pounds-foot of torque. Will this car make a mess of things? No, Pidgeon's moving perfectly fine and all's well with the world again. Splendid work. Now it's got all the power in the world, but how will it do in the corners? Now this is a big question. It's dragging wide a little bit of understeer. Oh, it's on the track and oversteer on the way out. Oh, careful Pidgeon. Now into Chicago, how will it come out here? Will it be... Ooh. That's so fast! So here we are, into the hammerhead. Pidgeon is clearly struggling, that all that power it can't be put down, and wow! Nearly hit the cameraman. This is where it's really going to pick up speed though. Now we've already seen on Top Gear it's quicker than the Bentley Continental and the Aston Martin DB9. But clearly it's got to put all that power on the road if it's going to be a good sports car. Now here we are, Dumbledore corner. Whoa, that's a lot of oversteer and across the line. Now I could only manage 127.3. So there you have it. Proof that power isn't necessarily everything if you want to drive around a track at the fastest of lap times. Pidgeon told me he was stunned at how powerful it was, but he was also stunned about how abysmal it was in corners. He made me swear that the next car he drives is far more agile, but I'm afraid we'll get to that later. So until then, take care, and I'll see you next time.